Hello everybody, welcome back to the dumbest modeling channel on all of YouTube, Pit Stain Hobbies. I'm your cabin steward Ian, and we're back on the awesome yet challenging Fanhome Star Trek Enterprise D. This is, I mean, it's an epic model, it really is, and you just gotta do a couple extra things here and there. If you're not really wanting to do any mods, you don't really have to. Just the light leaks is the only thing I really recommend dealing with. I mean, even on the product brochure, there's a light leak right there. So we just, we've already gone over that. We get the putty out, ooh, patafix. We're up to 83 here. 83, it includes some BM screws, did a couple of those this morning, some FM screws, which hear in stereo, and some AM screws, which are only in mono audio. But we are going to replace one of them. In stage 94, they do give you the, damn it, JM, I'm a model builder, not a doctor, screws, to replace one of the, I believe, AM screws, or one of the BM screws, whatever. It replaces one of the screws. That being said, so we went back into stage 94 and took the other JM screw that we had. We already stole a screw out of here back before. And we're gonna get rid of this manual, I guess. There we go. Goodbye. I'm using the myenterprised.com website. My buddy Todd has an amazing website. Anybody building this model, it is absolutely mandatory you use myenterprised.com if you want to have good results the first time you do everything, or better results, if not the best results you could possibly get out of this. So we're just gonna slice this open. We're gonna put these others aside in the paint booth for now. And there we go. Let's get her open. Come on. I need a fresh X-Acto blade, maybe. There we go. Everything's out of the baggie. Toss that in the trashola. We got AM, we got FM, and we got BM. I'll put you right in the middle of the AM and the FM. Is the BM. Just imagine what that radio sounds like. Ooga. Okay, a couple of LEDs, very nice. Got a, it looks like a phaser strip, and a piece of saucer frame, skeleton, whatever. There we go. I'm gonna get these aside, get all this out of the way. We're gonna bring over some very important thing first. And once you're this far into the build, you do want to go to your local craft and or fabric store, or you could go to partwork upgrades, but you just need a soft foam work surface. Like you could if your significant other is a seamstress, or maybe you are skilled in that art, you could cover this with some cloth to make it a little less ghetto than it looks on my workbench. But yeah, you just get that piece of foam. This saucer, I'm bringing it over. This saucer is getting absolutely, oh my God, Incredible Hulk heavy. It's crazy how heavy this thing's getting. We got some wiring, got our power supply set to 5 volts. 5 volts, no more. Otherwise you will blow something up on these circuit boards. Not 6, not 5.5, okay, 5. 4.5 is fine too, because that's the kit voltage, is 4.5. And we're going to, we did this side, so we're probably gonna work on this side. And this frame is gonna go down over, yeah. And we gotta sneak it under here. But that's all covered on Todd's website, how to sneak that stuff down. Before we do this, we may have to bolt down a light. So either way, I'm gonna get, let's see. I'm gonna take our lights, retrieve your saucer, and fit the light in the thing. Where's that? What am I don't even know what I'm looking at. Oh, we gotta put a light in here. So we gotta spread one of these. You could peel the wires apart a little bit. We're gonna spread these legs out. Oh geez, that did not sound, that did not sound appropriate. Spread it out like that, and then kind of rotate it. So you have it kind of like that. And we're gonna basically get that onto this little, let me zoom in a little here. There we go. and we want to put it down in this little channel here. We're going to take one of these little plastic brackets, and that will hold it in place. And we're going to bolt that down after dipping it in 3-in-1 oil with an AM screw right in there, and that'll hold that in place. AM screw right in there. Ah, the focus is working again. There we go. So much nicer. And yep. Oh. Yep, my oil's cold. It doesn't want to pump. Okay, I'm going to go warm up my oil, put the screw in, and I'm probably going to get this frame on, and then I'll show you after the fact, because it's a lot easier. I'm zoomed out, zoomed in, zoomed out. I'm zoomed in when I need to be zoomed out. We're going to get this frame in here, and then I'll show you after the fact, when I go over stuff, what had to be done. But honestly, I can't show you as well as the My Enterprise D website. So some of these other stages are just repetitive. It's just windows and hull panels and windows and hull panels and escape pods and lifeboats and hull panels, and it's just more of the same. So yeah, I'm not going to go over every minute detail, but yeah, we'll be right back. All right, well, we finished stage 83, 84, and 85, where we put on this, and this, or this, and this in that order. Bad idea. Sorry. Whoever, it wasn't Fanhome who wrote those instructions originally, but if you put this piece into place, it makes this one extremely difficult to fit into place. What I highly recommend is that you put this into place first, then this piece, after you go around all the edges of that light spreading plate in the back with a thin bead of your putty. Why is there leaf blowers in front of my house? I don't know. Put this in after this. It'll go in a lot easier. Then these aren't all that difficult to get in. Most all of your light leaks are around these panels right here. This is the majority of the light leaks. There's still some, here and there and everywhere, but right around here. So you want to be really good about running black putty around all the edges on the backs. Like you could see the, hold on. We've got a camera for a reason. See? You can see the light coming out of that light spreader right there. You want to cover that whole thing in putty. All the way around, basically. Just a little dab will do you. You don't want to make it harder to fit the parts together, because the bottom of saucer, fitting these things together, is much more challenging than the top of the saucer. I'll just say that. But now we're on to, we did some other things here. We got our other window plate for this section of the secondary hull, or star drive, whatever you want to call it. They're already blacked out, some of the windows, but you want to just go over the back of those with a good gloopy coating. Well, not gloopy, but you know what I mean. A good full coat of XF1 flat black Tamiya unthinned. Tamiya paint does not hand paint well. Let's just full stop. It does not hand paint. No, it hand paints okay, but not great. But if you thin it, it's horrible. You need like 75 coats. So we did that, and now we're going to move on to 86, which is the last stage in issue 22. And if I'm feeling pokey, I'm always feeling pokey. I don't know what the hell that means. Whatever. Don't tell the wife. No, it's yeah. I might do issue 23, where we do end up with some custom painting. I also do have to work on the 66 Batmobile from Fanhome. I got the second pack of those parts. That thing's gonna be cool. And a little hull panel. Got some more screws. We've got our light spreader for the other side of this thing, and we've got, now be careful right here, okay, we've got, okay, screws fine. We've got the other nav beacon that's going to go over here. Got that fella, and then we got one of the little two-pegged, come on, focus, yeah, we got one of those right there. So we're gonna very carefully, we're gonna place those over here for now. Hopefully you don't lose them. Get some more escape pods, lifeboat hatches, whatever. And then we got, these. Such a much better idea that they're giving you these black plates to put over the back of the escape pods, instead of you just loosely fitting them in there and then like having to tape them down or something. And then some more screws here, and a light, and always, well, that's it. That's all the parts. Always test your lights. So when you pull out of the bag, you check it, make sure they both light up, and they do. And then once you get it into the part and Half the time you'll have to bend the leads. Test it again. Always test, and test again. And every time you are screwing down a panel, test your lights. And if you screw down the panel, all of a sudden all the lights go out, it means you got a short, and it's probably that last part that you just put on. So make sure you test after every installation of a lighted panel, or any panel, because you could always pinch a wire. There's this whole frame thing we had to put down. Really be careful. You really got to be very fastidious with your wire routing, and look at Todd's website, and he will show you the way. So I'm going to get all these life pods cut out and put into here, and get this little subassembly bolted together, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is all loaded up, and on the back side we put a little bit of our Oohoo Patafix putty, available in the Amazon link below. Just to my Amazon store. You just scroll a little, you'll find it. But when we put these together, okay, when we put these together, you're going to get a little bit of light leak right here. So what we need to do is we need to stuff a little putty into that little recess right there. Just a dab, little tiny dab. This might be more than we need, actually, and we'll just that's definitely more than we need. You really, I think one pack of this putty would probably be enough for a full kit, and then kind of start rolling it into a little a little putty turd, I guess, for lack of a better term. Don't forget to stuff your gaps with your turds. And then when we got to rock this in, so get the lower lip on there, and then get this out, and it's kind of there we go. See, wiggles in, and 0 light leaks right there, very nice. And now we can affix this down with a couple of screws here. I can read the instructions and tell you what screws, or you can just read Todd's website, and 2 FM screws, there we go. So I got a couple FM screws in, and we'll be right back. Of course, I completely forgot to go around the major light leak right here. So if you can see all the light coming out of that light spreader. We got to get our putty kind of in and under there, and you'll want a little flat tool to just kind of jam it in there. Try to keep it on the inside so it's not oozing out of the gaps, but yeah, get that in there. Dough, forgot that. And then we can go ahead and reinstall our panel. See, it actually went in easier for everyone. There we go. And it's going to be everything's a little bit of a snugger fit when you put in the goop, when you put in the putty. So you just got to squeeze everything together, and it will self-clearance, and we have no light leaks. We've checked. So always check for light leaks. Every panel, don't go 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 panels and then go, oh crap, I got a light leak. Because then you're going to have to do a lot more dismantling to light block. Do it as you go. Light block with every panel. There we go. Okay. Yep, she's bolted down. That looks great. I got to put some Mike Lane vinyl decals on those escape pods. We're not putting in our plug escape pod hatches anywhere. We're not putting any screw plug covering, any screw coverings, saving for pretty much the very end. God forbid we have to take this thing apart. If getting those out of the holes is not impossible, but you're probably going to damage them. So you don't want to end up in that Pandora's thing. Now we've got to fit the formation light. Sorry, I was calling it a nav light before. I'm going to fit the green formation light. This is this little, let me, come on, Ian. Be like a real YouTube channel. Zoom in on some details. And we got this little light here, and that fits into this green thing. And it's a little blown out by the camera, but I'm also not super happy with it in person. So what I'm going to do, take a green Sharpie. Now, if you want to go cuckoo, you can get some clear green Tamiya paint, and you kind of dip the bulb in it, basically. But I find the Sharpie marker seems adequate for the task at hand. If we put this in here, it dims it down a little, and it definitely makes it greener. That's what we need. And this is a tricky one to get in. I wonder if it's easier. The front one was a real right pain in the yeah, that front nav light was a serious pain in the patootie. And we just got to kind of jam this thing in here. There we go. Nope. Okay. She's in. There we go. It's in. I'm sorry, I was off camera a little bit. This panel is very gappy right here, but it'll get pulled in with the next row of things. So if you're putting this aside, be careful, because there's nothing really holding this in right now, so to speak. So we want to, yeah. Ugh. This panel fits for shit right here. Oh, sorry about the French. It's probably my fault. There's probably something in the way that's pinching. I don't think any wires are pinching. Well, that's just this frame. I have no idea anymore. Do your best, everybody. Now we're going to take this panel. We're going to get this. Now I got to zoom out. Take this panel. We're going to put the window piece in that we did the extra black paint light blocking on. And then we're gonna lay this down here. Get our lights that we previously tested. Whew, getting warm down here. Okay, turn off the space heater. It's either too cold or too hot. We're in springtime here in Georgia, so that means the weather is extra bipolar. It has no idea what season it is. It's like the calendar said spring, nobody told Georgia's weather. It's like, is it winter? Is it summer? It just keeps swinging between the two. It's either 35 degrees or 80. Like, you literally wake up and it's like 38 degrees out, and then by lunchtime it's 77. It's absolutely insane. It makes no damn sense whatsoever. So yeah, let's get these wires. I don't think it really matters which way we put which, but it doesn't matter. Does not matter. We just get the LED in, lift the panel up a tiny bit, and sneak in. Come on, you son of a. Sneak your LED in there. Come on, Butterfingers. Okay, now that they're in, we need to get a whole bunch of BP screws on here. Take a couple out of this baggie. And then we got some more in this baggie. And I'm going to get all the BP screws in around the perimeter of this, and we'll be right back. Okay, and they're all in, and all the lights work. And we're just going to pop her out of there, and there we go. This power supply is, my benchtop power supply, it's pulling 1.85 amps at 5 volts. That's I don't know how many watts that. Out it says 10, almost 10, 9.2 watts. It's a lot, guys. The batteries, I don't know. AAA's, strongly suggest everyone go central power with a USB adapter, but yeah, it's just me. And we gotta do some more work to the battle section now. I gotta be careful with that, because I do need to do stuff to it still, I think. So I'm not quite sure here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at that. I'll be right back. Otherwise, yeah, that's it. Sorry. Issue 22. Oh, it's not it. I mean, I gotta put the battle section. Yeah, let me go get that, and I'll be right back. Alrighty then. So yeah, we're not quite done with issue 22. We're going to undo the 4 screws that are holding in our little circuit board, because we have to get to these 2 holes here. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to get these are my custom pylon white lighting wires. So I'm going to kind of get those out of the way. That's good enough. We're going to take all these wires here, shove them through this opening here. Then we're going to put this down here, and then get 2 DP screws. I might as well just strike while the stupid's hot. And get those screwed in. This is not the most structurally integral part of this thing. I mean, really, it's when you're going into plastic. That is not a load-bearing structure, sir. Neither is carpet. I went house shopping back in the day for our first home with then my girlfriend, but now my wife. We walked into one house and just kind of sunk down a couple inches. And I looked at the real estate agent and said, "When did carpet turn into a load-bearing structure?" And she was just like, "Oh dear." Yeah, that was fun. And get those 2 screws in. Now we got to get this panel here. So let's just flip this over, and this side goes into this opening, and then this little one also goes into this opening right there, and then this side will go into the opening right next to it. And then we do the hokey pokey and we turn ourselves around, and that's what it's all about. Or so they told me in school. I don't think I really learned anything in that establishment. And we've got Houston. Gotta move some of these wires out of the way here. Try to get this thing to sit down. Make sure you're not pinching anything. Make sure you're pulling your wires through from the back side. A little hard to see. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna bend those out of the way a little bit. And then this one, I don't like how that's laying. I just don't like the look of you, buddy. Let's get you, yeah, over there. There we go. There we go. Oh, snappity snap, positive clicks. All right, and just double check you haven't pinched any wires anywhere. Make sure these all look good. Honestly, don't like the look of that. I don't know why. I'm just gonna snake that wire under there. But yeah, nice, good clearance there now. And then do the same thing with this wire. Get that out of the way. Okay, there we go. We're good. And now that panel's in, we're gonna need, yeah, even Todd on his website, he said lean those back. That's what we've done. And upper brackets and snap her down. Make sure all the wires are pulled through. Wait a second. Wait a second. So no, he's moved them. I found that we can actually run all these cables through the same upper bracket. Yeah, well, does it make a difference? We can. Do we need to? I mean, honestly, it's not that hard. We can just snake. Okay, let me re-snake these cables and I'll be right back and I'll show you. Okay, so now all of our wires are coming through this same center opening here. That's fine. Here you can see why I bent the LEDs in the middle brackets. Now they are well clear of the neck attachment. Middle LEDs. Okay, yeah, these. Whoops. Yeah, we wanted these bent back, these wires, to clear them because those big pylons, those metal chunkers that hold the neck onto the star drive for secondary hull, they come in through these openings here, and here. And we don't want any wires anywhere near there because they will get chunked. So you don't want those getting borked. There we go. How many more words for screwed up can I throw out there? I'm a thesaurus of sucking, though. Before I temporarily table the wires together, I want to make sure I had them all accounted for. I didn't want to get any of them caught between them. Yeah. Todd's super careful with taping all these together temporarily, just so, yeah, we're not gonna. Zero caution. At the rear of this panel, there are 2 posts that need to be firmly pressed through these holes. Oh, yeah, indeed. Right here and here. Huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We love when we get that good positive. Ah, yeah. Okay, so those 2. There we go. Follow Todd's website. You know, you'd figure it out sooner or later. And then we need 8 DP screws to put this thing on. That's why we got so many of these damn things. I think that's 8. Yes. Oh my God, Ian can count. Newsflash. All right, I'm gonna get these 8 screws in, and I'll be right back. All right, where did I leave off? I don't remember. Either way, I've made some plastic and metal glitter. I used a step bit drill to make nice clean holes here and here and here and here, so that when we slide our neck on, we're going to layer down like that, and the holes will pretty much line up. And then when we slide her back, they'll still have more than enough opening. I didn't probably place these holes. I should have moved these holes back a tiny bit. It's fine. The one problem we had to solve for was the main power to the neck, and as well as the saucer, is 5 volts. And the power to these little blinky nav lights, this is coming out of the Evan Design controller, and it's probably about 3 volts-ish. So I wanted to make sure I don't screw that up. I still have to figure out how to get, well, I mean, I know I'm going to get power from the saucer through the neck is going to be through here. We're going to pop. You know, they don't make this thing easy to pop out. Let's see here. Any day now. That's it. Getting pliers. Getting pliers. And there we go. You know, we're going to run the power down here and then shove her through there and then out of this. So I think what I'm going to do is when I finish building the saucer, I'm going to run its power lines through here, the main power and the blah, 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 the blinky light power. And we'll run them down to here, and then we'll tie these together. So we only have just a pair of JST going through there. And so I can differentiate between the 3 volt and 5 volt circuit. I have a 28 gauge set of JST 2.0s for the 5 volt circuit, and I have some slightly smaller gauge JST, I don't know, 1.25s, I guess, for the 3 volt circuit. So that way we won't be able to screw this up. We'll have just 2 coming out, and 2 coming out of the bottom of the neck into there, and we'll have 5 volts and 3 volts. And we're going to do something similar for the nacelles. We're going to do the same style there. We're going to, so that we don't screw up our voltages, because 5 volts will destroy our blinking nav lights because they're unresisted 3 volt SMDs. There we are. So there we go. We've finished screwing all the screws down. We're officially done with 22. And there we go. We've plugged everything in. 12 screws to hold down just this panel alone. That's impressive. I'm going to turn on the power. There we go. And if you notice, our rear navs are not blinking because we did the no blinky mod to this board. That's also on Todd's website. Me and him worked together to kind of figure out how to get these things to stop blinking. And it was very simple, really, very simple. No super duper skill required for that. So there we go. Oh, yeah, look at this, she's coming together. Oh man, that looks cool. These panels fit really well actually here. While you're screwing this down, make sure to keep squeezing all around the edges, and you'll feel more positive, delightful clicks as you progress. And oh boy, yeah, just leave this off for now because we still gotta fish wires through here, and that's easy to do. You just put through a clippy stick or just a pokey bit through there, and then tape the wires to it. Just yank them through. That's how we get network cable through tight spots. Also electrical wiring, I guess. Same thing there. So thank you for watching. I'm getting congested. Oh boy. Oh, friggin' Georgia. These allergies, seasonal. I told you. It's ridiculous down here. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Pitstain Hobbies. Again, like, subscribe, comment, click the links below. You can buy me a coffee if you want. They should call it Buy Me a Beer. I think I'd get more clicks on it. But either way, see you next time, everybody. Adios.